Good evening, team friends. Greg and Liz here with you. So we're going to start with what is a busy news day from the WFBI team. All suspects accused of the hazing of Southern University Omega Psi Phi fraternity pledges have now turned themselves in.
Our chief investigator, Chris Nakamoto, has been on top of this one since day one, exposing the initial lies that were reportedly told to investigators. Chris, what have you learned now?
Well, good evening, Liz and Greg. Details in newly released arrest documents show who is accused of hitting Caleb Wilson and goes into specific details about those who were there the night during that hazing ritual. It's what helped investigators get to the truth. Tonight, Caleb is no longer here, and the 3 young lives charged with hazing pledges are facing serious felony charges. 2 of them ended up in handcuffs today, and only the WAFBI team was there as police hauled them away. Isaiah Smith didn't utter a word on his way to a waiting vehicle on his way to jail. This video filmed Tuesday morning after Smith turned himself in to the Violent Crimes Unit in Baton Rouge. Smith is facing felony hazing charges, accused of punching at least one of the pledges. Investigators noted Smith was known as the Dean of Pledges, and it was his car that was used to transport Caleb Wilson's unresponsive body to the hospital, where Wilson was pronounced dead. A court commissioner set his bond at $25,000 for criminal hazing, a felony. We then spoke to his attorney.
Up until this afternoon, we didn't know what the allegations were. We didn't know what, who's accused of doing what. And, in clear print, you can read the affidavit. I read the affidavit for the arrest warrant. In clear print, it's clear that he never made contact with Caleb. Now, that being said, this was a freak occurrence.
The hazing ritual came to light 2 weeks ago. Fraternity members initially reported that Wilson, a student at Southern University, collapsed at this park in Baton Rouge. That was a lie we first exposed. Instead, Wilson was actually at this warehouse, which was being leased by the father of Isaiah Smith.
Isaiah is terribly remorseful about this. This is nothing that anybody wanted. And I think we're still in a state of shock about what's going on. He's a student at Southern. He's a member of a fraternity. He loves the fraternity. He loves the pledges. He loved Caleb. So to be sure, remorse is an understatement.
Smith is among 2 others also implicated in the hazing. Kyle Thurman was captured by U.S. Marshals at this home in Port Allen Monday night. This is video of him as he was escorted from the West Baton Rouge jail back to the jurisdiction where the hazing occurred Tuesday morning. Warrants indicate the Southern pledges were broken up into 2 groups. Thurman allegedly punching the first group with boxing gloves. And this man, Caleb McCray, allegedly punched the second group. Police say Caleb Wilson was in that second group. McCray is facing the most serious of the charges, manslaughter, which could carry up to 40 years in prison if convicted, along with a felony hazing charge. Arrest warrants say McCray is accused of punching Wilson 4 times, at which point Wilson collapsed. His lawyer asking the public not to rush to judgment.
People have a lot of opinions on this case, but there's still a lot of information and variables that are unknown at this time. And so when I ask people to hold off judgment, I'm just simply asking to just trust this criminal justice process, that as the case develops, there's more information we'll learn. And I know it's early to ask for any, empathy or sympathy toward my client, but his life has been altered.
Philip Robinson says Caleb McCray is grieving tonight.
And he experienced a traumatic event himself. This is a tough situation all the way around. I am confident in my client's innocence. I do feel that my client will have an opportunity to defend himself and give his point of view.
The heartache of Caleb Wilson's death has 2 communities from Baton Rouge to New Orleans facing enormous grief, including at the Pilgrim Baptist Church in Kenner.
Caleb grew up in this church from a baby. He was baptized here, so he's been a member all of his life. As a matter of fact, his entire family, his father and his mother, grandfather, who was a former pastor of this church for 44 years.
Pastor Mitchell Stevens knew Caleb Wilson well and will be there when his life is remembered this weekend for the extraordinary things Wilson did in his short years on earth.
He played his trumpet many times when he was in from college. He would play for one of our worship services, but just seeing him around. So he was always at my house, or my son was at his house. So just missing the closeness of our families.
Southern is planning remembrances on Friday, followed by his funeral at Pilgrim Baptist Church in Kenner on Saturday. McCrae is due back in court in May. Smith is due back in court in June. Right now, jail records show bond has been set at $25,000 for Kyle Thurman. Greg?
All right, Chris Nakamoto for us tonight. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Man, see, just hearing that pissed me off. It really does. It pisses me off to hear a story like that. It pissed me off because the fact that at HBCUs, hazing is still a thing. Hazing is still a thing. So you mean to tell me, because help me understand, right? I need to be punched, physically hit, physically beat, physically assaulted in many different ways, right? I need to have that happen to me to be a part of a service organization. Help me understand how I need to be physically assaulted to be a part of a service organization. What part of serving my community does me being physically assaulted prepare me for? Help me understand. But before you help me understand, make sure you like this video, comment, subscribe, and share. Welcome back to On the Shoulders of Giants. I am Joseph Ward. Thank you for tuning in on this good Saturday as I bring you some of this Negro news, right? So this going to be a segment I'm going to call Negro News, and it's going to give the good, the bad, and the ugly about what's going on in the Black community, right? I'd be like, I just be sitting back wanting to react to certain things. And so I had to talk, me, Pat, and PC got together. We talked and we worked it out, and I figured out how I want to do it. So here it is. Y'all gonna get these from time to time, this Negro News reactions, right? Good, the bad, and the ugly of what's going on in the Black community. So unfortunately today I have 3 stories that reveal the ugly in the Black community, or as Neely Fuller said, the trashy, the tacky, and the terroristic behavior of the Black community. And unfortunately, this video is about our young people. And that's the problem. That's the main problem, that this is showing the trashy, tacky, and terroristic behavior of our young people, because this culture that we keep celebrating, this culture that we keep defending and pushing, it's leading to more and more of our children being either brutalized or deleted. And that's crazy, because this Caleb Wilson story, right? What part of being in a fraternity or sorority means means you need to put your hands on me? I would lose my mind. Put your hands on me if you want to. Ain't nobody making it this semester. I've never understood that. And people are like, it's tradition. What about being a part of a service organization? Calls for this. If we're truly about service for the community, right? Service for the community, right? Service for the community. So what about that says I need to be physically assaulted? Now, I understand you can give me some mental challenges, some intellectual things to help me I understand you got to pay your dues. I get paying your dues, but I don't get going too far. And so it has gone so far that this young man has lost his life. And what really pisses me off about this is, like I said in the beginning, Black people are still hazing each other, especially I'm here in Tallahassee, right? I'm here in Tallahassee, Florida, where Florida A&M University is. Years ago, an incident like this happened in Tallahassee, where a young man named Robert Champion was a part of FAMU's band, and the band hazing led to him losing his life. And that wasn't enough Even on FAMU's campus, some of the organizations are still hazing to this day. Black people, wake the hell up. What have we done? What have we created? And why do we keep defending it? You want to keep complaining about what the white folk doing and overlooking what we're doing to ourselves. What the hell? How does this keep happening? Why is this still a thing? I'm gonna put my hands on you so we can be brothers. Man, we ain't brothers after you hit me. How the hell you think we're gonna be brothers after you hit me? You better watch your back. Hit me if you want to. Man, please. We'll never be cool. Never turn your back on me if you hit me. Matter of fact, it's not gonna happen. And I'm gonna still make it. What the like? Why is this a part of the culture? The HBCU culture. So you mean to tell me you send your kids to college and they want to be a part of an organization, a Black Greek organization, because Black folk swear we love Black folk. We swear we love Black folk until it comes to the particulars. And when it comes to the particulars, now we got excuses as to why we can beat on each other and delete each other. Bullshit, Black people, bullshit. And anybody who's still carrying on this culture, you can jump off a bridge, face first, hard. A bridge that don't have no water at the bottom, just concrete, right? Because you part of the problem. You are not down for Black people. It's a lot of Black people who not really down for Black people. And we can see it in your actions. No matter what you tell us, we can see it in your actions. The way you treat your brothers and your sisters. If you think it's cool to beat on your brother or your sister in the name of Greek letters, you a damn fool. I've even had conversations with people telling me that there are some alumni chapters across the country, Black Greek alumni chapters, who engage in hazing. I wish a old mother would put their hands on me. We old. We old. We got jobs. We got real jobs. Children who probably old. And you still engaging in hazing? So what that tells me is you've never grown up. You are still immature, trashy, tacky, and terroristic. Come on, Black folk. Come on. Can't complain about the white man when we treat each other like trash. Just can't do it. My condolences to Caleb Wilson's families, his family, his friends, and his loved ones. I am so angry about this story. I hate that this story exists. I hate that this happened to that young man. It just pisses me off so much that we are still doing this to each other. Wake the hell up. What's wrong with us? How is it that important? Is that important for you to put your hands on your fellow man like that? Like, is that important? Those Greek letters are that important. They're more important than the safety and the well-being of somebody that you claim will be your brother or your sister. Stop the madness. Y'all full of it, man. You can't convince me you like Black folk. You can't convince me you love Black folk. You can't convince me you down for Black folk. And anybody who support this, I don't want to hear you complaining about nothing. No, we need protection. None of this stuff. White. Nope, you were part of the problem. You support white supremacy as well, and you don't even know it. But I'm here to tell you that you support white supremacy as well. We don't need no more stories like this. When are we gonna wake up? When are we gonna wake up? I am sorry I hate to hear. I hate that this exists. Come on. And we supposed to, though, the college people are supposed to be the intellectuals out here deleting our fellow brothers and sisters behind the tradition of Greek letters. All right, wake up. All right, so next amount of foolishness is the massacre. Well, not the attack on the track. That's what we're gonna call it. The attack on the track.
Portsmouth family says they're telling their side of the story in reference to a shocking incident at a Virginia High School League indoor track meet that left one athlete allegedly injured after she claimed she was struck by a baton held by IC Norcom High School senior Alayla Everett. Everett spoke exclusively to 10 On Your Side's Markeisha Jackson, who brings us much more.
The young athlete in question says there's more to that video than meets the eye.
Everybody has feelings, so you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right?
We don't have to think about your mental. You bust somebody in the back of the head with a baton in the middle of a track meet. Nobody's thinking about your mental. Who cares about your mental at this point? You bust another black girl in the head with a baton in the track meet, and we can see it. Like, we can see it. And you don't care about my mental. You damn right we don't care about your mental. You damn right we don't. But this gets even crazier.
Alayla Everett is a decorated athlete and senior at IC Norcom High School. She would have never thought her trip to the Class 3 track and field state finals last Tuesday would take a drastic turn.
They're going off of one angle.
Alayla visibly emotional because of this
Listen
video
to this
from
bull.
the meet. This was a 4x200 meter relay race, and she and a Brookville High School athlete were rounding a curve on the track when they nearly collided with each other.
After a couple times hitting her, my baton got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit.
It appeared.
Girl, stop lying. We saw and can see the video. So I've never ran track myself, but I've been on the track and I had to do track practice things and drills and stuff and track and learn how to pass the baton and all that to help us run better for football, right? But I've been around track my whole life, right? I know track folk. Talk about track. Patrick coaches track. Patrick coaches track. She's lying. She intentionally hit that girl in the back of the head with the baton, but it gets worse. It gets worse.
Intentional, but Alayla says it was accidental.
But I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose. I didn't have to see your first video, second video, 10th video. I know 100% that she won't do this to nobody.
Her parents outraged at the backlash. The IC Norcom relay team was disqualified, a ruling that a local USA track and field official finds questionable. He says a play-by-play look shows that the Brookville athlete was running closely to Alayla.
If a person comes up on the outside, they got to be a full stride ahead of me before they can cut in front of me.
The other family spoke with the news station in Roanoke asking.
And this is what makes it worse for me. The parents are trying to justify her actions. Y'all too damn old for this. Of course she busts people in the back of the head with batons. Look at her parents. Look at how her parents are going to defend her. No matter what, right or extremely wrong, parents going to defend her. Because they're making excuses for his baby. Yeah, the young girl, they bumped coming around that curve, but that does not warrant a bust in the back of the head. What are you talking about? How were you parents and trying to defend this instead of, hey, my daughter messed up. My daughter made a mistake. She shouldn't even be on there. I ain't trying to do that. Y'all ain't caring about my feelings. It rolled the pump back and they mess around and I pump my arm. And then, no, she shouldn't even be on there with all that. She shouldn't even be doing all that. She should have been on there apologizing for her actions. Matter of fact, she should apologize to that girl on the track because after she busted in the back of the head, she finished the race.
for an apology from Alayla, something she wants to give, but she says the other athlete hasn't been receptive, blocking her on social media, and instead the Everett family was served with court papers.
And now we have to go
As that should be.
to a city 3 hours away that everybody hates our guts already.
Oh, dang. No, man. No, man. He got to drive 3 hours away. And everybody hate their guts. Oh, no, man. He got to drive 3 hours and people hate their guts. Oh, man. What we going to do, man? He got to drive 3 hours. Not 1, not 2, but 3. He got to drive 3 hours. 3 hours away. He got to drive. Oh, man. What we going to do? I don't know how we going to make it as a people if he got to drive 3 hours away for a court date because his daughter intentionally hit another black girl in the back of the head with a baton during the track meet. Oh no, what are we gonna do? We are doomed as a society if he actually got to drive 3 hours to another city for a court date. Oh man, what the hell?
Assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video.
VHSL says they are still reviewing the situation, and Portsmouth Public Schools says they will support whatever ruling comes from the league. Markeisha Jackson, 10 on your side.
Now, anybody sending the young girl death threats, you can jump off a bridge. It's not that serious. If you're sending her death threats, pull your bottom lip over your head and swallow, and keep swallowing until things disappear. Now, she's trying to minimize it and play the victim. Over a 9-second video, people hate me. Yes, people don't like, it's not that people hate you. And her parents need to explain this to her. The world saw you bust another black girl in the back of the head with a baton during the track meet. And then you're lying about doing it. You're trying to act like you didn't intentionally do it when you cocked your arm back and busted in the head. That is not a track motion. That is not a track motion. But you did it. And then your parents are worse. They are the biggest problems because they're trying to defend it and justify it and help you play victim. You were not even prepared to go and be remorseful. Your parents are not even remorseful. Trashy, tacky, and terroristic. What the hell is going on between the sheets in that home? Right? How do you, like, you're not preparing your child to be a competent, successful, productive citizen to help push the world forward. You're preparing your child to be more a part of the problem. I told you, man, the Negro mindset. The Negro mindset. N-words come in all shapes, forms, and fashions. Just because you might have a nice house, you might have a nice job, live in a nice neighborhood, drive nice cars, got nice clothes, your kids go to nice schools, you go to a nice church, everything is nice. Your lawn is nice. But your mind, your soul, and your spirit it is rooted in that Negro mindset. So a Negro does what a Negro does. Now, this get even crazier. This story get even crazier. Because check this out, right? Check this out.
Now, the community is holding a rally in support of the runner at the center of this viral video. The clip appears to show IC Norcom track star Alayla Everett hit another runner with a baton during a state championship race earlier this month. Everett now faces a misdemeanor assault and battery charge out of Lynchburg.
Shane Fordham is live outside IC Norcom now, where the rally will be held. Shane.
The hell you holding the rally for? To rally about what? To teach her to be remorseful, to say she's sorry? What are you rallying for? She's guilty.
Well, the community rally is now underway here at IC Norcom High School. As you can see behind me, many community members have come out to show their support for the Everett family, who insist the baton strike was an accident and not done intentionally. Alayla Everett was running the 4x200 event in the Virginia High School League Championships when the incident happened. The video shows Everett swing a baton, which made contact with Brookville High School junior Kaylin Tucker in the back of her head. Alayla's father, Genoa Everett, says the incident.
And remind you, the young lady who was hit in the back of the head according to a lot of the reports that I saw, she has a concussion and a skull fracture. Just to remind you, a concussion and a skull fracture. And people are rallying in support of the young lady who hit her in the back of the head, saying it was an accident. No, you got to come down with some force with that track baton to fracture somebody's skull. An accident wouldn't fracture her skull.
Was accidental, and that Tucker came too close to his daughter when coming around the curve, causing Alayla to lose balance. Tucker's mother told ABC News she doesn't believe it was an accident, and Wednesday, we learned from the city of Lynchburg's Commonwealth's Attorney's Office that a petition was issued for assault and battery.
Oh yeah, and the young lady who hit the other young lady was charged. She was charged. So that's another reason why this rally is happening, because she was charged, and people are acting, especially her parents and those people in that neighborhood, are acting like she shouldn't be charged. Y'all have failed. Y'all are adults who are constantly failing. Basically, that's what's going on. Because I'm not understanding the reason for the rally. And adults are putting this together. Adults are participating in this. For what? What are we learning? What are we talking about? What are we supporting? We're supporting us being violent against each other and getting away with it. So, because is that what should have happened? Should she be able to hit the other young lady in the head with the baton and just get away with it? Should that happen? Because if it happened to your child, you wouldn't be saying the same thing. Let's be real about it. Let's not lie. Let's be 100 about all this. Everybody who's supporting this young lady and the foolishness that's going on with this rally. If it happened to your child, if your child was the victim, if your child was busted in the back of the head with a baton so hard that your child got a concussion and a skull fracture, you wouldn't be talking about it's all good. You wouldn't be trying to support the perpetrator. You wouldn't be rallying. You would be angry, upset, and want justice. She assaulted that young lady during a track meet. Assault and battery during the track meet. It's not cute. It's not a good thing. It's not something that should be condoned or anything, supported in any type of way. What are our children learning from us if we are the adults who are behaving like this? What are they learning? That it's okay for us to shit on each other. Because hell, everybody else doing it, so we might as well do it too. Trashy, tacky, and terroristic. I just want to show y'all that part before I get to this last story. And this last story is crazy as hell too. And it's on the basketball court.
Sucker punch on the court during a girls' youth basketball game. Witnesses say the girl who threw the punch was actually encouraged to do so by her own mother.
The powerful punch was caught on video, and the mother and daughter were tossed out of the game. KTLA's Kimberly Chang is live in Garden Grove with reaction from the mother of the girl who got punched. Kimberly.
Hi, the youth players in this game are part of a basketball club. This was supposed to be a fun game over the weekend, but turned violent. Now, this Orange County mom that we spoke with says her daughter returned from the game disoriented, and she knew that something went terribly wrong. Other teammates and parents filled her in and showed her this disturbing video. Video shows a 15-year-old girl being punched by a fellow player at a youth basketball game in Garden Grove.
The person in question went down the court and shot a three-pointer, landed, fell backwards into my daughter.
It's this audio on the video that has her disgusted and outraged. Listen.
As they got up and turned and were walking back.
So if you didn't hear, if you couldn't understand, the mother said, you better hit her. So the mother of the black girl, after the black girl fell back after shooting the three-pointer, fell into the opponent, the mother yelled out, you better hit her. And the girl turned around and sucker punched the other girl in the face. Listen to what I just said. Listen to what I just said. The black girl shot a three-pointer, fell backwards into the opponent, fell on the ground. As she got up, the mother yelled, you better hit her. The mother yelled, you better hit her. The mother yelled. You better hit her. And she turned around and hit the other girl with all of her might. Oh man, it would take everything in me to be rational. If I was the parent, if I'm a parent and I'm just being straight up with you, it's my child, it would take everything in me to be rational. Everything in me to be rational. This, once again, is assault. Her mother told her to assault somebody over bumping into her during a basketball game, because it's that serious. It's just that serious, right?
Back down to the other side of the court, her mom says to her, "You need to hit her for that." And the child in question basically winds up and sucker punches my daughter.
Alice Ham says her daughter was disoriented and not coherent after she was hit.
To me, it rises to the level of assault, the way that she does it with such intent and brutal force.
The incident happened Sunday at a basketball event hosted by AVAC United, which organizes games for members from around Southern California between the ages of 13 and 16.
We're very sorry that this is a very sad and unfortunate incident. We want everybody to feel safe. We want everybody to feel secure because this is an environment where kids should have fun and enjoy and be safe.
Ham has filed a police report and hopes that her daughter will recover soon.
As she should. As she should. File a police report. As she should. Come on, man. I don't get it. This is ignorance at its finest. Ignorance. Like, this is top tier Negro stuff, like top tier Negro stuff, like all time top tier Negro stuff. During the basketball game, hey, I don't like that you bumped into my daughter. You better hit her. And the daughter turns around and do it. What else has the mother coached the daughter to do? Why is our culture like this? Why are our people like this? You are helping the young lady do what by encouraging her to hit somebody in the face during the basketball game? Because that is going to help her in life. How? So as a young black girl, because this video is going to follow her for the rest of her life. Did you think about that? Go hit her mother. Did you think about that? This is going to follow your daughter for the rest of her life. She can't escape this video. We don't know what type of negative repercussions this is going to have on her life. Think about what we just witnessed in the 3 stories. The band, the fraternity hazing, black men on black men. The track assault, the attack on the track, a young black girl on a young black girl, and the basketball court assault, a young black girl against look like maybe an Asian girl or a white girl, right? How is the actions of these black youth going to help them progress in life? The people who support the culture of this behavior, the people who create the culture for this behavior to even exist, right? How is this helping these young people progress through life? Because now they have marks, they have horrible marks on their records. The reputation is sullied and it's going to follow them because these videos don't leave the internet. I can easily pull this information up on these people. Now they're going to have to work to redeem themselves, their lives, their reputations, their futures. And they'll tell them what they've lost doing this stuff. The track parents, go to hell. Y'all can go to hell. Basketball parent, go to hell. Please go to hell. Please go to hell. You don't represent black culture at all. You pledges, you frat boys at Southern, you don't represent black culture. The track girl and her parents, you don't represent black culture. Basketball punching the mama, you don't represent black culture. You represent nigga culture. And if ain't nobody told you yet, I'm here to tell you, that's how you end up on negronews.com. This type of culture and behavior would not help us grow. It would not help us reach the goals we need to reach. It would not help us become a unified, powerful group of people who is respected in this world. We will continue to be on the bottom. Why would anybody else give a damn about us if we don't give a damn about ourselves? And that's all I got to say about that. I'm Joseph Ward. Make sure you like this video, comment, subscribe, and share. negronews.com episode 1, where we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of what's happening in the Negro world. I'll catch y'all next time.